Alright, welcome back. How's everyone doing? It's time for some more Diablo 2. And the patch just dropped, I think sometime today. I'm not exactly sure. I was just taking a nap. But anyway, it did the thing where you can now instant cast stuff. And it's pretty cool. I was testing it on the Barbarian, and I was testing it on my sorceress, and it's really neat. It's just gonna take a little bit to get used to. Just having them instant casts instead of having to click them, instead of having to put them down here first and then casting them. So clicking the button and then clicking your mouse. It's gonna take a lot of time to get used to that. The new way to do it, but it's gonna be it's a huge improvement. It's so nice. So anyway. So that's the first piece of news. The second piece of news is why the hell aren't those hotkeys staying? What are we at here? As I put? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, let me see. Okay. All right. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Yeah. Next piece of news is I traded for Ariat's face. It was 10 forum gold, which I figured was pretty good offer, pretty good deal. I mean, because this one also it's low. This enhanced defense is pretty low, 152. The lowest is 150. Max is 200, but I don't really care that much about defense. Yeah, it's like I don't care that much about the defense. It's not that big a deal. What I really cared about, though, was the 6% life stolen, which is the highest. You can get 3 to 6% life stolen, and this rolled 6%. So that's why I grabbed this one, because I really care about the life stolen. I don't really care much about having, 50 more defense, 75 more defense, whatever. I don't really care about that. So, yeah, that's the one I got. And then I just socketed and then put a perfect topaz in it for the magic find, because it's eventually what it's gonna be used for. All right. Well, anyway, so we are at okay, we're doing the halls of Vought down here. Okay. Oh yeah, and I guess I could just show you this. I rearranged my inventory a little bit because I didn't want to put more into strength. I didn't want to use any of my stat points yet, just because I'm not sure exactly what weapons I'm going to be using and whatever, just up in the air. So I just figured I wouldn't use any of that yet. But so I just rearranged my inventory a little bit. So I put a large charm that has 5 strength here, and then a charm here that also has. I've already been using this actually. I don't remember, but anyway. And then I also put these gloves on that were in my stash, which are nice resistances, and then 24% chance of magic find, which is whatever. I don't really care about using that right now, but whatever. It's just a bonus. Who knows? You kill Bale, maybe he drops something cool. Whatever. Anyway, the important part is the 12 to strength, which helps me put on Ariat's face. And then the other thing was I put this here. Oh yeah, for also 15 to strength, also help put on Ariat's face. Because I was using Wilhelm's whatever belt, which was 5% life leech, 5% mana leech, and then 10 cold resist, which is handy stuff. But I mean, this is fine because all I really care about for this was the life leech anyway. And then the 15 strength helps me put on Ariat's. And then obviously 2 mana on kill is cool, and then slows target by 10%. They're just useful modifiers. I don't really give a shit about them, but whatever. And then I took off my other. I don't even remember what boots I was. Oh, I was using Tear Haunch or whatever. I took those off. Didn't need them anymore, and put on Gore Riders for just the cool bonuses of Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, and Open Wounds. So that's where we're at right now. Everything else is the same. And then hopefully I gotta add more to my dexterity. But at level 57, 4 levels from now, I can use a lightsaber that's in my stash or on my mule. So that'll be fun. And that's because that's going to be my next weapon upgrade. Alright, but anyway. Here we go.
A coward's hiding place.
And so now, I hit W to bring out my Warcry weapons. And then, you can just click SDF, and then they just cast the stuff. And now I changed this so that whirlwind's gonna be on Z. I don't really have something to put on the active click, so I just put leap attack because it's a mobility skill, whatever. And so I have whirlwind as my Z button, which it was before, but now it's not gonna be on my active. So I just go in here like this. I'll see how this works. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna like this or not, because it does feel so weird. You have no idea. Maybe I'm not gonna do that. It feels really fucking weird. It feels so weird, man. Let me tell you. Yeah, I might not want to just because it's a really important skill to. Yeah, I don't know. It feels very awkward. I just figured that if I were to ever get Enigma, it would make more sense to have this as teleport. Your active skill, and you can just leave it as teleport all the time. As if you get used to having it like that. I think that would be cool. And then you use just an active button as a Z. I mean, I guess this works out. Oh, it's working out okay. Oh, it'll take a lot of time to get used to, though. Oh yeah, now with my Ariat's face on and the bonus skills, this is at 180 seconds. So now this lasts 3 minutes, which is really fucking cool. That lasts 3 minutes. Battle orders is lasting. Well, I don't know what that is off the top of my head, and this is a little more than 3 minutes. Oops. Oh, this is so weird, dude. I will say what a really big advantage to using whirlwind over here, though, is that you don't lock onto an enemy ever, which is really, really nice. I'm gonna try and ignore undead to the best of my ability. You know what I don't like, though? I guess it's not really a big deal. It's that it's really difficult to take off. It just seems so unintuitive, though. I don't think I'm actually gonna do it this way. It just feels so unintuitive because it's kind of like whirlwind is sort of a movement skill still, so because of that it's kind of unintuitive to do it this way. Like right now when I'm doing that, I'm holding down one of the mouse button clicks when I don't need to, just because it just feels like you should be. I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I do put whirlwind back here. Whirlwind here and put leap attack on wherever else. I don't know, it does feel a little weird. Yeah, I will say this active skill tab, I already kind of knew when I heard about the patch. I wasn't as excited maybe as most people, only because I was playing the Barbarian at the time when it was announced, and I'm like, well, my Barbarian doesn't really have that many mouse clicks to do anyway, because it's really all you're doing is just whirlwinding. So it's not like you really have this big bar of skills to use. Because, like, for example, my sorceress, it makes a lot more sense for the sorceress to, you know, use something like this. Whereas it's not as impactful for a barbarian, but it's still nice. Because I can imagine in PvP, if you're using a barbarian in PvP. If you're using a barbarian in PvP, you don't have to ever change. Well, I guess you sometimes sort of do. You don't really have to change between teleporting and whirlwind ever. They're just always available. Well, I guess you didn't have to do that before anyway, because if you put whirlwind on your left click, you would just shift click it. But of course, I know some people like to substitute. They like to throw in a few well, not leap attacks, but leaps, because that puts people into a faster hit recovery animation. So I know people do like using that in PvP. I don't know, I'm getting fairly used to it. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna throw it back over here really quick, just to see the difference. That does feel better, because I suppose what we got here? Base 14, base 14. Oh, it's exactly the same. All right, we'll put there. It just feels like it's a lot more convenient to have it on the mouse click. It just feels more natural. But I mean, I guess that could be because... I don't know if it feels more natural because whirlwind is still a movement skill, or if it just feels more natural just because I've been using it that way for so long, or if it's a combination of both things. But I mean, it is a good point to remember that whirlwind is a movement skill, and because my entire logic for thinking about like where teleport would go, like on my sorceress I have teleport here because it just makes sense, and then I have blizzard on Z, so it just makes sense that you use, you just left click to teleport everywhere, and then when you want to fire your blizzards at an enemy, you hit Z when your mouse is over them, and it just kind of feels like it makes sense to do it that way, as opposed to having blizzard here and then teleport on a click, because it just feels like it makes more sense for your brain to have the movement skill on the left click, and it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just seems like that makes sense to me. But I kind of forgot that, well, whirlwind is a movement skill too, so it's kind of like a little conflict of interest there. Another 5 faster hit recovery. I've been saving 5% faster hit recovery charms. I wonder if this is worth ever keeping. Probably not. I'm just looking at that gold find. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I've been keeping 5% faster hit recovery charms just because, again, for PvP, because if you want to hit like specific faster hit recovery breakpoints, it's kind of convenient to have. You might need some of those small charms one day just to hit those breakpoints.
Thanks.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit of laggy stutter. I don't know what that's from. I wonder how many people are going to change to going to active versus the way it was before for the hotkeys, just because it's so much. You just have to mentally recode your brain. 'Cause especially I'm wondering like the big PvP players, or if they would want to do that, just because it's like you've been doing it that way for 20 fucking years. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the most important reason for equipping Ariet's face. I always say it in a weird way. Well, I used to always say when I was younger, I used to say Ariet. I mean, I used to say Aritz when I was younger, but it's Ariet. And so to this day, I can never pronounce it right. Because it's Ariet's face, not whatever else I was saying earlier, if I was saying it wrong. Oh good, I found the waypoint. I did that last time where I skipped Glacial Trail. Oh, but anyway, it's back to what I was saying. The most important part about using Ariet's face and Avenger Guard. Wow, that's kind of cool. You wouldn't want to put a delirium in that, though. I don't think. Oh, I mean, you definitely wouldn't want to put it with those stats, but I mean, it's on its way to being a good. Well, we might be able to sell that for something. It was on its way to being a good one for a delirium. Because a delirium, the best thing for a delirium would have been 2 to battle orders. Or 3 to battle orders. Did I say 3 to battle orders? Or did I say 2? Whatever. But anyway, again, back to my original point. The most important reason to use Ariet's face. Because, I mean, realistically, I didn't need to have it on. I was already, you know, killing shit well enough with the rock stopper. But, of course, Ariet's face and the Slayer Guard skin and the Avenger Guard and the Conqueror Crown, you know, all that crap, are by far, absolutely, no argument, the coolest looking helms in the game. Like, you cannot physically say that they're not. I don't know how anyone could think otherwise. They are absolutely the coolest helms in the game. And so because of that, you definitely want to use them, especially in D2R with these enhanced graphics. Alright, let's do it right next to the campfire. Oh yeah. Man, that's a sweet looking helm. I cannot tell you how cool of a helm that is. It reminds me a lot of Winged Hussars, or Winged Hussars, even though the wings of the Winged Hussars were on their backs, not on their helms. But either way, they still have that kind of same sort of wing shape, so it reminds me of them. And of course, having any sort of winged or horned helmet is a terrible idea to actually have in combat, because the enemies, you're basically giving your enemy a point of contact to like grapple onto, which is a horrible thing to have in a battle, which is why winged and horned helms were never actually used in battle. They were only ceremonial pieces. And also, well, I'll bring up my inventory in a second here. Another really good reason as to why you would not want to use a horn or winged helm is because basically, well, I guess actually it wouldn't be so bad with this, because you can see that there's like a little, unfortunately these are socketed, but you can see there's a little piece right here. There's a little gap between the helmet and the wing, and then it's attached here. So it wouldn't be so bad, but like if a sword came down, hit the helm, and if this was like actually attached, like fused over, because like, so for example, Sigyn's horned helm is a good example of this, because the horn is physically attached to the top of the helm. So like if a sword were to come down, hit the top of your helmet, the round shape of the helmet isn't, which the round shape of the helmet would normally, the sword comes down or the blade comes down, hits the helmet, and then the roundness of the helmet is going to make it slide off or try to divert its energy like that. Whereas if you had a horn protruding out of it, the blade comes down, hits the round helmet, then slides down, then hits the horn, and then kind of transfers all of its force and energy into that spot where it just got caught. So you would never want, that's another reason why you would never want to have a horned or wing on your helmet. Now, as I said before, that doesn't really apply so much to this one, because if a sword were to come down, hit the round of the helmet, and then slide off, it would slide into this little gap. But it would eventually get caught down here by the ear, which also could be honestly almost just as bad, because then it would be like boom, the blade would hit the top of your head, slide down, and then get caught right here, and then it would be like the blade comes down, boom, boom, hits right here, gets caught here, boom, boom, and then you go like that, which could freaking lurch your neck, as opposed to if you didn't have that there, hits the top of your head, slides down, and then hits your shoulder, which would be a lot better than getting boom, boom. Yeah. Or like another good helm as a demonstration of what's bad to have would be like the Crown of Ages, those type of helms that have all the like kind of makes it like the crown shape on the top. Also horrible idea, because same exact thing. Blade comes down, boom, hits the crown, then gets caught on one of those points, and then just boom, transfers all the energy right into your head. Horrible, horrible idea. But also the Crown of Ages looks cool too. Not as cool as Ariat's face, but the Crown of Ages is a pretty cool looking helm too. Alright. So we got the waypoint, now we're just looking for... Actually, I don't know, this is just so, it's just so intuitive to be using your mouse to move around, and it's effectively what you're doing with whirlwind when you use it. And so you still want to use the mouse as your thing to move around with. It is what it is. Yeah. Because having the mouse, because like I'm literally like right now I'm literally moving about the battlefield with the right click on my mouse, which is just so intuitive and just makes sense to do it. So that's why I think whirlwind has to stay over there, which is unfortunate, because it means if I ever were to get Enigma, I can't have I wouldn't be able to put teleport over there. But I feel like it's just too intuitive to want to do this. Oh, a dull rune. Right now I'm using Z. I mean, I guess it's not. I mean, I suppose if you just get used to it, it wouldn't be that. It's not going to be that bad. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I suppose using Z isn't that bad. I don't know. I'm starting to get used to it. Sure. This opens up a lot of like how you would do stuff though, because I almost feel like it should be the F key, because my hand naturally lays there. Like right now I'm using my ring finger to do it as opposed to this finger, because I feel like it'd be more intuitive to do this. Yeah, I'd use my pointer finger to whirlwind instead. Seems like it makes a whole lot more sense to do this if you're gonna put it over there. Yeah, this feels a lot more comfortable. Which means maybe what you should do is then, if that's gonna be F now, then A, S, and D. This should be A, S, and D. This should be A, S, D. Because your hand just naturally lays over to where F is when you rest your hand down on the keyboard. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I guess I could get used to this. All right, we're coming up on lightsaber soon. Although I actually would say this shit should probably be down here, because as I was just saying, your hand doesn't. Oh, I mean, I guess I could have. I could leave them as A, S, and D, and then actually maybe you do this instead. Hold on. So this should be V then. Gosh, it's so interesting what I should have, because maybe I don't know. I'm thinking that like, well, if it'd be closer to the potions to have it up higher. Man, it sucks. 'Cause I've played the game for fucking 15 years using it a very specific way, and now I'm changing the way I do it, and it's just annoying. Well, we don't use spacebar for anything in this game, though. Actually, probably should. Spacebar should be its own thing. Yeah, in fact, actually, that would be a thing. Oh, can you even do that? Can you make? I guess you probably can. But yeah, like spacebar would be a good idea to make. Yeah, you should start using spacebar as something. But anyway, what I was gonna say was it would make sense to have this stuff as Z, X, C. Because it's stuff you're not using all the time.
Thanks.
And then like yeah, here, I'll show you in a second here what I was gonna do. Yeah, I will say having whirlwind on F makes a lot more sense. That feels a lot better than using your pinky finger or your ring finger to do it on Z. This feels a lot better. Uh-oh. We're running into another problem, which is I'm getting stuck onto an enemy. Oh shit. Nah. I hit G instead of F. Yeah, so now the problem is it's starting to get maybe harder. I don't know. Alright, well, anyhow. Alright, so now what I also make sense to do would be to like put Howl on D. Just in case you ever need to use it, it's there. You put Howl on D, and then this could be A. So if you ever need to jump over a gap, you just hit A. Or actually, I mean, I guess that should be for right now. Oh, a Tower Rune. This should be. So you don't actually need this as a. Well, you would eventually, I suppose. Whatever. We'll leave whirlwind there. I would just use A as our leap. What the hell? Oh, it's the webs.
I am overburdened.
Okay, come on. 7% magic find. Come on. 7% magic find.
Thanks.
You see how my guy keeps on stopping the attack, though? I mean, that's a problem. Wow. The last fucking way. Holy hell. Oh, my mercenary died. I wasn't even paying attention. I was so focused on making sure that Neothok died before he could blow up too much shit. I will say though, like having stuff like that, like town portal just on a click. You just click Q and boom, town portal. I like that. Very cool. Oh, and that's the one we're gonna keep. So. Just gonna check these to make sure. Let you off chance. I have no idea if you can even get echoing on these. Because I'm still trying to get, ideally, I want matching weapons. Ideally, I would get another one of these, another spear, another throwing spear, and I fucking found one, but it was resonant, which is 2 to war cries, not 3.
Afternoon.
I was like, goddamn, come on.
Good morning.
Oh, I guess she gives you the, yeah, she gives you the unique item or the rare item from the first one when you first rescue her. Another 5. Could you imagine if instead of these 5%, these were all fucking 7% magic finds? Dude. How cool would that have been? I don't know how much rarer that is, but that'd have been sweet. Okay, so now we have that taken care of. Now we gotta go back to the crystalline passage. Let me turn on my light. Okay. Yeah, so also, I will say the one huge negative about just casually playing the game, with having whirlwind over there on a, having whirlwind on a button click instead of a mouse click, is that I can't put my hand down my pants and play the game at the same time. Nah, but seriously, it is sometimes nice just to, you know, kick back, relax, and just use one hand to play the game, because you can do that, and you know, I can literally go like this and be playing the game fine, because you know, the monsters aren't threatening enough that I would need to have my hand on the potion button at all times. Like this is going back and forth. It's so much nicer to have it here. It's so much nicer for it to be on the mouse click. I mean, I can see some classes it being amazing to have like for example, like I was watching people PvP the other day, and like the wind druids, when they recast their pets. Like I could see that being so much nicer to have the, you know, the wolf on, yeah, to have wolves on like active, so you don't have to switch to them, and then you just click S or whatever, and you just summon wolves, boom, 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 as opposed to having to click S and then click your left click, like that. And also the biggest disappointment of the day was that on my single player, I was I have a paladin, and I was looking at how the auras work, and you don't have an active aura, which, unless I doing something incorrectly, but I thought you were gonna have, like, you just got to select an active aura, and then you didn't have to have it anywhere on the anywhere down here or whatever. It was just you selecting the active aura and that was it. And then you could have whatever you want down here. It doesn't work like that. When you select, even if you have the, you know, your hotkeyed aura or whatever, once you select it, it just sits down there in this spot. Like so, like you know how. So if you like click Holy Shield, if you click say if Holy Shield is D, you click D and that'll just boom Holy Shield, and then it'll revert to whatever skill was there before. Well, the aura just permanently sits there. So if you click, you know, C to put fanaticism on, and then it just sits fanaticism down here, and it's not like it's just fanaticism just on in the background. No, it's still taking up an active spot on where your left mouse would be, which is a humongous disappointment. So it's like for any paladin player who was hoping that it wasn't going to be like that, that sucks, because that was a huge disappointment. Huge. It's a huge disappointment. I really want to know what which is something that I've never figured out. Oh boy. Well, that's annoying. I felt like I had a giant sneeze coming on, just disappeared. But it's like I never can. I guess it's just skeletons that you can't leech from, and that's it. Because you can leech from undead. I guess it's just skeletons. I wonder what the rule is though, because it's like. It's only some undead you can't leech from. But it's like, because these guys right here, these rot walkers, they're undead, but I can leech from them. Skeletons, I know you definitely can't. I don't know if ghosts, can you leech from every ghost? I don't even know. It's hard to tell because they have mana burn. Or like burning souls? I think you can leech. Yeah, pretty sure. I think it's just skeletons now that I'm thinking about it more. I'm pretty sure it's just skeletons. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just skeletons for whatever reason. You can't leech off of skeletons. It's not that you can't leech off of undead. You can leech off of undead, you just can't leech off of skeletons. Yeah, I think that's it. That's just it. Period. I think that's the rule. Okay, so anyway. We're looking for the waypoint. Oh, there it is. Okay. And now we're looking for the frozen tundra. Oh, 3 seconds. Don't think that's good enough armor to have make a delirium out of it, though. I mean, I don't even know why would you even make a delirium, to be honest with you. I don't even know why, like, I don't think a delirium is that expensive, but I just have no idea why you would make a delirium. Like, aside from the for the lulz and being able to be turned into that little doll with a little fetish. Aside of that, I don't know why anyone would ever make a delirium. Like, it adds, if I recall correctly, it adds 2 to all skills. Is there 1 or 2 to all skills? I think it's 2. Has like 4 different things that work off of like chance. One like when you get struck, there's like 4 different things that can happen. And I know it has magic find, and I guess a few other things, but I don't know. None of them are good, as far as I remember. Yeah, I'm getting some weird choppiness. Hitting some chop. Oh, let's see. Nope. Well, I didn't know you could whirlwind through those. That's funny. Okay, so there's a waypoint here. Where we're at here, 45. Okay, we might. I don't know. It depends how fast you find these waypoints. We might be able to beat the ancients by the time at the hour mark. I predict we're either going to be able to get to the ancients, or we'll be able to get to the ancient way waypoint, and then we might be at the hour mark. Those are my predictions. I mean, for all I know, we might be stuck in here for 15 minutes and not being able to find the waypoint. Definitely possible. Oh yeah, also, fun fact, I actually only have one crystal sword, or I only have one lightsaber, but because the broken weapon glitch is still in the game, it can effectively be as if I have two of them. I just need to have a broken weapon in the offhand, which is pretty cool. Of course, it also looks awesome when the barbarian's dual wielding lightsabers, but probably won't be for a while. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna dual wield, because I have a blood moon, which is a pretty good secondary sword, because it adds 15% life leech and life on kill, has 50% chance of open wounds. It has some pretty decent modifiers. So I might use that in my offhand. It requires level 61 though. Yeah, I will say the problem about these areas is that it's really hard to see what you explored and what you didn't. I'll be heading back soon because my second bloodletter is about to blow up. It's a shame that bloodletter wasn't stronger. Like, I know you can upgrade it, but it's a shame that the enhanced damage on bloodletter wasn't stronger because it's such a good sword. Alright, life leech, a ton of skill points in the whirlwind and sword mastery. Oh, there we go. Ha ha ha. The new the new hotkeys coming in clutch there. I don't know if these switched out. Yeah, they did. Okay.
Can I help you?
Oh God Almighty! I'm not used to having a. Oh, I have to select whirlwind to go over here, right? Alright, there's Ancient's Way. Oh right, we could put a town portal over here. Alright, where's that wonderful waypoint? Yeah, in a crazy turn of events, we actually are probably not going to be doing the Ancient Way. I didn't realize just how long it's going to take me to find this damn fucking waypoint. I'm just making sure it's not in the center area. Because as I said, this map is so hard to tell what's revealed and what's not. Alright, we should check what's in their stash, because I think the mercenary might be able to use a better weapon. Maybe. There's a waypoint for Frozen Tundra, right? Well, I gotta say, this is gonna be one of the biggest moronic things ever. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, so it looks like... Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I didn't reveal that, did I? Please tell me I didn't. I had to have. Oh my god. Well, maybe I didn't. Because I came out of here. Maybe I went like this. Which I probably did, and then I probably went like that. And it was literally right in front of the fucking thing. Unbelievable. I might have even revealed it and just not even seen it. Lots of bitch. Alright. I feel like it always comes down to a race. Alright, so we have 56 minutes. We're at 56 minutes. So we have 4 minutes. Oh, I don't even have the TP anymore. I TP'd back to repair the weapons. God damn it. Alright, well, this will be fun. Because we're going to have about 2 to 3 minutes to find the Ancient's Way waypoint, so let's see if we can. We've failed at every single race we've ever set for ourselves. So let's see if we actually do it. It's pretty amazing, actually, the fact that we've never won a race that I've set. I mean, to be fair, I do end up doing this all the time, where we see a big group of enemies and I'm like, well, I gotta kill them, right? Oh shit, I don't have my battle orders up anymore. Alright, let's see if we can do, let's just do some running here. Let's see what we can get. As much as it pains me not to kill all these guys. Alright, come on, waypoint. Come on, waypoint. Come on, waypoint. Just imagine if that was the waypoint, we would have won the race. Oh my god, we did it! We actually did it. First time we actually won the race.
Good afternoon.
Good job, everyone. Alright. And in my little break here, we'll see if we can find some Warcry jabs. Looks like it's a big fat no. Alright, well. See you guys in the next episode. We will be doing the Ancients, and then Baal. And then we'll be going to Hell. Alright. See you guys in the next episode.